This is my topic, and I would like to show it, and I examine it through the synagogues after the Holocaust. Thank you very much for being able to hear, thanks to Roman András scholarship. So what is their fate, what is their function, new function after the Second World War, after the tragedy of the Holocaust? The synagogues were the last examples of the community after the Holocaust. In my thesis, I examined the whole period, and my main topics was what kind of new discourse started in the 80s, and then the revival of the Jewry. Their role has been appreciated, collective memory, NGO organization started to protect, and memory came into focus. And what kind of aspects played role in the alteration, in the renovation of synagogues? And I have two case studies, one in Tokaj and the other one is in Kiskunhalas. Of course, I used a lot of literature. Pierre Nora, the theory of the places of memory, and this can exist because the memory has no real space. And the other one is Aleida Assmann's theory. It is the generation space or place, created two categories. A place is connected, a generation is connected to a space and has been connected to it for a long time or in the past, and a memorial place where, as opposed to generations, this continuity doesn't exist. And in this way, past and present are separated. I created a kind of typology in my thesis about Hungarian synagogues, and I chose two. The one in Tokaj is utilized in a cultural way, and the Kiskunhalas has been used by the Jewish community itself as a religious center. I made interviews with local people, the mayor, the architect of the renovation, and the head of the religious group. And of course I used written material from the archives. 1896 was made, and it was used as a warehouse, as a furniture shop. And beginning from the 80s, they started to think about how to use it for cultural purposes. It was bought by the town. Series of renewals started, but in 2006 it got its present shape. And these are what it looked like in the 80s. strengthened the role of memory. It became part of the town again. It became part as the it became as a historic place in the town, and therefore the renewal and memory are very closely related. It is the space of memory because in 94 and in 2014 Holocaust memorial was placed next to the building. And there are some details which I wrote in my interviews. The relationship of the mayor, who is not a Jewish person, and the head of the Jewish community. And the other one is from Kiskunhalas. It has always been used as a religious center. Already in 1946, this memorial plate was inaugurated. For a very long time, it served just as an individual memory. After the changes in the regimes, it became part of the collective memory. It is situated, of course, in the synagogue. The synagogue became a protected listed monument in 1989. It was renewed in 1990 with there were sources given by the local Jewish community, the Monument Protection Board, and locals, investors as well. It shows this article published in the local newspaper shows that local people consider this building as their own local heritage. And what kind of conclusions can be drawn from it? That the changes in the regimes didn't cause a turning point in the faith, in the life of these two synagogues. Because the work started before the changes in the regimes. In the case of Kiskunhalas, the renovation was influenced by the changes in the regimes that local investors helped it, which kind of rich business layer didn't exist. So in this way, money was given to them. The influence of local actors is very important. The mayor in Tokaj, he was the one who initiated the renewal of the synagogue to use it for cultural purposes. The union sources, the European Union's resources were found by his initiative. And in Kiskunhalas, the head of the local Jewish community had good relations with the local government and to get help in this renewal. So there was no break in the faith of Kiskunhalas synagogue. The community and the building have always been in very close relationship. while in the faith of the Tokaj synagogue, it is just a memorial site, memorial place.